My previous video was originally going to be the last video of this series, but I've come up with 10 more things that my kids and I did, so I'm going to make one more video of 10 more things. And if I think of any more things that we did after this, which I probably will, I'm not going to be making any more videos about it because this is enough and I'm ready to move on to something else. Number one, we played badminton sometimes. That was really fun. March was not a good month to play it in because it was usually windy. But after that, when it was like April or May, when the wind wasn't quite so bad, but the weather was still beautiful, it was really fun. Number two, we played tennis sometimes. Number three, we went to the lakes sometimes. Luckily, there's a small lake here in town, so we didn't have to drive that far. Number four, we went fishing sometimes. Number five, I took them to a library show sometimes. Sometimes they would put on shows at the library for the kids. And number six, sometimes we would spend the whole day at the library. They would play on the playground equipment. They would have lunch in the cafe, and they would look at the books. This particular library that had a cafe and a playground equipment outside, that library did not come into existence until most of my kids were grown, and so that was near the end of my little kid motherhood days. Number seven, we went to play pool. And there was a place that I discovered where you could take your kids to play pool and then have a hamburger. I discovered this near the end of my motherhood days. Most of my kids were grown. I wish I had known about this place when my kids were little, when they were all four still at home. That would have been a fun way to spend a Friday afternoon after they got home from school. We all go play pool as a family and then have a hamburger. They would have loved that. But I don't know if this place was even opened up yet until after my kids were mostly grown. Number eight, we played frisbee a few times. Number nine, we played hangman. I love hangman. It is so fun. All you have to have is paper and a pen. And number 10, we played dot to dot. That's where you draw a bunch of dots on the paper and you take turns drawing lines from one dot to another. And when you make a full box, you put your initial in it. And then whoever ends up with the most boxes with their initial in it wins the game. My kids love that game a lot. And so that's it. And I'll see y'all next time.